stop scrolling for a second. This video will change how you understand women and maybe how you understand yourself. Have you ever given everything to a woman, love, loyalty, care, and still lost her? Have you ever wondered why she seemed happy one day and distant the next, even though you did nothing wrong? You're about to learn why that happens. By the end of this video, you'll understand 3 deep truths that most men never see. 1. How a hidden psychological loop called the hedonic treadmill keeps women chasing new emotions even when they already have a good man. 2. Why comfort slowly kills attraction and what you can do to bring back emotional spark without manipulation. 3. And how to turn your goodness into something powerful, something that keeps her curious, excited, and drawn to you. Here's what's coming next. First, we'll talk about what this treadmill really is and how it rewires desire. Second, we'll see why being too comfortable or predictable slowly destroys attraction. Then we'll go deeper into the female brain, how emotion, novelty, and attention shape the way she thinks. And finally, I'll give you real, practical ways to stop running on the treadmill and start leading with confidence. This video isn't about blaming women or turning cold. It's about understanding how attraction really works so you can build something stronger and smarter. When you understand this, everything changes. You'll stop feeling confused or rejected. You'll start seeing the pattern. So stay till the end, because you won't just understand why women lose interest. You'll understand how to make them stay interested, for real. If you're ready to learn something no one ever told you before, hit the like button, subscribe, and type "I'll learn" in the comments. Let's start with the first truth, the hedonic treadmill. In simple words, it means this: no matter how good something feels, humans get used to it. Fast. You buy a new phone, feels amazing for a week. Then, it's just a phone. You win a promotion, exciting for a month. Then it becomes normal. That same process happens in relationships, but it hits women harder because of how their emotional system works. See, women are wired to feel attraction through change. Their minds respond to novelty, something new, something alive, something moving forward. It's not that she stops loving you. It's that her brain stops feeling the same level of excitement once things get too predictable. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how she seemed most attracted to you when you were focused on your goals, when you had purpose, when you weren't always available? That's not a coincidence. When your life moves, she feels motion. When you stop growing, she stops feeling that spark. Here's the hard truth. Women don't get bored because they're bad. They get bored because the human brain adapts to safety. Safety is good for love, but it's terrible for desire. And today, this effect is even stronger because of social media. She scrolls through hundreds of people every day, new faces, stories, lifestyles. That flood of new information resets her brain's excitement level constantly, so even real love can start to feel flat. It's not that she wants someone else. Her brain just stops feeling the emotional rush she once got. Understanding this isn't depressing, it's freeing. Because it means attraction isn't luck. It's something you can lead, shape, and renew. Now, let's talk about the second truth: comfort kills polarity. Every strong relationship has 2 energies: stability and mystery, safety and excitement. When those 2 stay balanced, attraction stays alive. But when safety takes over everything, when you become predictable, always available, always trying to please, attraction dies quietly. You might think you're doing the right thing by always being kind, always saying yes, always being there. But here's what really happens. She stops feeling the tension that made her want you in the first place. Attraction lives in contrast. If you give everything all the time, there's no chase left, no curiosity left, no pulse left. Now, let me ask you, when things started going wrong, did you try to fix it by giving more attention, more time, more reassurance. Most men do. And most men end up watching her pull away even faster. Why? Because she no longer has to earn your energy. Desire dies when something is too easy to have. But when you live with direction, when you have a life outside the relationship, your energy feels valuable again. You become rare. And rarity is what the female mind craves. This doesn't mean you should play games or become cold. It means you must stay grounded in your mission. Be emotionally available but not emotionally dependent. Comfort alone can build love, but it can't sustain desire. If you want both, you need rhythm moments of closeness followed by moments of space, times of safety followed by little bursts of surprise. Now, let's go deeper into the dopamine system, the engine behind the hedonic treadmill. You see, dopamine is the brain's reward chemical. It's what makes you feel excitement, motivation, and anticipation. But here's the twist. Dopamine doesn't reward you for having something. It rewards you for chasing something. That means the thrill comes before the reward, not after it. That's why a woman feels most alive when she's emotionally moving towards something, a new connection, a new goal, or even a new version of you. Let me ask you this. Do you remember the early days of your relationship? Every text, every date, every touch, it all felt electric. That was dopamine. Her brain was chasing the next high. But over time, once she has you, the chase fades. The reward becomes normal. Her brain adapts and the excitement fades with it. That's not her fault. It's biology. Women's emotional systems are more tied to social and relational novelty than men's. Their brains are constantly scanning for emotional movement, subtle changes in tone, attention, and intensity. So, when you stop evolving, when the relationship stops surprising her emotionally, her brain slowly stops giving her that dopamine hit. That's when she starts saying things like, "I don't know what's wrong. I love you, but something feels missing." And you're standing there, confused because you did everything right. But she's not reacting to your actions anymore. She's reacting to her feelings. Here's the truth. Dopamine doesn't care about fairness. It only cares about movement. So, if you want to keep attraction alive, you must stay in motion mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Keep growing, keep surprising her, keep your world bigger than the relationship. Not to manipulate her, but to protect the polarity that keeps love alive. Let's talk about the third truth: predictability kills curiosity. Human attraction feeds on curiosity. And curiosity only exists when there's a bit of the unknown. But most men, once they win the woman, stop being mysterious. They stop growing, stop leading, stop evolving. They fall into emotional routines, same talks, same dates, same tone, same rhythm. And slowly, the relationship becomes like a movie you've already seen too many times. Now, let me ask you, when was the last time you truly surprised her? Not with gifts, but with growth. When was the last time she looked at you and thought, "I didn't expect that from him"? That's what keeps curiosity alive. And curiosity is the fuel of feminine attraction. Carl Jung once said, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." That's what she's unconsciously looking for: transformation. Not just comfort, not just care, but a sense that being around you changes her emotionally. When you stop being unpredictable, she stops feeling that change. And once that emotional mystery dies, attraction follows. The mistake many men make is thinking love alone is enough. But love without tension becomes friendship. And friendship can't hold passion. So what should you do? You bring back the unknown, not through games, but through growth. You learn new things. You take new actions. You speak your mind even when it's uncomfortable. Make her feel that she doesn't fully own you, that you're still exploring yourself. Because that mystery, that movement, keeps her emotionally invested. Now, let's move to the fourth truth: comfort is not fulfillment. See, most men think if they give a woman comfort, love, stability, loyalty, she'll be satisfied forever. But in reality, comfort is only half the equation. Here's why. Comfort satisfies the mind, but fulfillment satisfies the soul. And the soul feeds on meaning, growth, and emotion, not just safety. So a woman can be comfortable with you, but still not fulfilled. She may respect you, even love you, but something inside her will feel emotionally numb. And that's when she starts pulling away quietly at first. Let me ask you this. Have you ever heard a woman say, "You're such a good man, but I'm just not happy anymore"? That's the hedonic treadmill in action. She's not chasing a better man, she's chasing a better feeling. And that's dangerous because feelings are temporary. Carl Jung would call this the shadow chase, the part of our psyche that keeps searching for excitement outside instead of meaning inside. The solution isn't to become colder or more distant, it's to bring depth back into the relationship. To stop giving surface comfort and start giving emotional leadership. That means being a man who challenges her, inspires her, and sometimes even disagrees with her, not to argue, but to keep the relationship alive. Fulfillment comes when she feels emotionally alive next to you. That's what keeps her loyal, not comfort, but connection that keeps evolving. Now, let's talk about the fifth truth. Attention has become the new drug. In the past, love used to be built through presence. Now, it's built through notifications. Women today live in a constant flood of validation. Likes, messages, DMs, compliments. Even if she doesn't ask for it, it's there. Always. Every small ping releases a small hit of dopamine, the same chemical we talked about earlier. So now, attention itself becomes addictive. Here's the problem. Real relationships can't compete with infinite stimulation. A man who gives her consistent love feels slow compared to the digital chaos her brain is wired to expect. That's why many women lose satisfaction even when their man is good. Not because he failed, but because her dopamine system has been rewired. Let me ask you, how can peace feel exciting when her brain has been trained by constant novelty? How can quiet love compete with constant noise? This is the hedonic treadmill amplified. She keeps chasing something new, but the finish line always moves further. The only way out is awareness. A woman can't be satisfied until she realizes that excitement is not fulfillment. That stillness can be deeper than chaos. But here's the key for you as a man. Never compete for her attention. Lead with presence. The masculine energy is not about chasing noise, it's about creating calm. When you hold that calm energy, you stop being one of the voices in her head. You become the silence she returns to. Let's talk about something most people never realize. Love has quietly turned into a competition. Not between men and women, but between fantasy and reality. See, social media shows women endless examples of better men, better lives, better relationships. It's a constant comparison loop. So even if she has a good man, her mind starts whispering, "Could I do better? Am I missing out?" That's not disloyalty, that's the hedonic illusion. Her brain confuses options for freedom, but every new choice only raises her expectations higher. Now, let me ask you something. Can love survive comparison? Can peace survive constant possibility? When everything becomes a choice, nothing feels enough. And that's where many relationships break, not from lack of love, but from the illusion that more always exists somewhere else. So, what's the truth? The only real win in love is depth. Not collecting new experiences, but understanding one's soul completely. And the irony? The woman who realizes that finally escapes the treadmill. Now let's go deeper into the silent killer of all satisfaction, emotional numbness. When you're constantly stimulated new posts, new faces, new validation, your brain starts to desensitize. The highs feel lower, The lows feel dull. Everything becomes a blur. Women today are drowning in constant emotional noise. And over time, that noise kills the ability to truly feel. So even if a man gives real love, consistent, deep, peaceful love, it doesn't register the same way. Her brain's used to chaos, so calm feels boring. Let me ask you, how can someone appreciate still water if they've lived only in storms? That's what's happening. It's not that she doesn't care, it's that her nervous system forgot how to rest. And here's the twist: when the heart becomes numb, people start chasing pain, drama, or loss just to feel alive again. So, what's the fix? Stillness, space, presence. A woman can only find satisfaction when her mind slows down enough to reconnect with reality. That's when she starts to feel love again, not as a rush, but as peace. Let me ask you something. Why do women test men who treat them best? It's not cruelty. It's subconscious. Deep down, every woman wants to know if your calm is real or just temporary, if your goodness depends on her behavior or if it's rooted in strength. When she argues, pulls away, or challenges you, she's not always trying to hurt you. She's testing the foundation of your masculinity. If you react with panic, anger, or begging, she loses trust, because that means your emotional stability depends on her. And that's the fastest way to kill attraction. Jung once said, "The woman within a man is his emotional world." If that world is chaotic, she feels unsafe. If that world is steady, she relaxes into it. So every test is really one question: can you hold peace when I can't? Pass that test not with words, but with presence, and you become the anchor she never wants to lose. Now, here's the last truth, and it changes everything. Women don't find peace in excitement. They find peace in stability that feels alive. Not a man who hides from emotion, but one who can hold emotion without drowning in it. Because when you can stay grounded, even in chaos, you give her something no thrill ever can: safety in energy. That's what she's searching for under all the noise. Not a perfect man, not a rich man, but a man who doesn't lose himself when the world shakes. And when she feels that, the hedonic treadmill stops, because for the first time, her soul rests. So remember, you can't outcompete novelty, but you can outlast it. You can become the still point in a spinning world. And that's what makes love last, not endless highs, but emotional gravity. So here's your call to action. Don't chase her satisfaction. Build your stillness. Because when you become peace itself, you'll never have to prove your worth again. Now, drop this in the comments. I choose stillness over chaos, because that's where true power and true love begins.